What's up, guys? Welcome back to Napoli Central. My name is Giovanni, and welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title of this video, Liverpool played Napoli at the San Paolo today, and I'm just going to have a quick review on it. I don't know how long it'll go. I'm very excited. Talking fast. Just all the energy is flowing right now. Very excited at a 1-0, a 1-0 Napoli win today. A huge win. But before I start, Napoli fans, as you can see at the title of this channel, what's behind me, what I'm wearing. This is an all Napoli channel. If you're here watching this video, please do subscribe. And if you're a Liverpool fan as well, if you want to keep up to date with what we do in the group stage and during our season, please just, do subscribe as well. We're almost at 400 subscribers. If you guys are looking for highlights, though, that's not going to be in this video. As you'll see in the thumbnail, it says match review because I'm going to get struck down for copyright. I can't put any highlights. But I also want to say really quickly before I even start this review, big credit to, or big shout to the Liverpool fans. From what I've seen so far after the match, no one is being delusional. You guys are being upright, honest. I think Napoli really did deserve to win this match. They played a lot better. And the Liverpool fans have been saying it themselves. I had a friend reach out to me, say he was on Reddit actually a couple minutes ago. The Liverpool fans saw the goal coming. They said it was absolutely deserved. And I just like things like that because even Napoli, when they played Juve this past weekend and lost 3-1, Juve deserved it. They killed us on the press. Were able to make the most of their chances. We had sloppy mistakes, and they won, and they deserved it. So I appreciate always seeing that sportsmanship. So shout out to you guys. Liverpool is one of the scariest teams in probably all of Europe. Obviously one of the top in England. Their offensive firepower with Salah, Firmino, and Mane, and that from the leading in from their midfield going forward, it's great. And so for Napoli to keep them at 0 today was really immense for the team. But nonetheless, you know, even though they were able to keep him at 0, Liverpool didn't play their best. Let's be honest. You know, Salah wasn't sharp at all. He was a lot much better than that. But I think so far this season he hasn't been the same. I think he has like 3 goals. But I was also watching the match with a Liverpool fan, one of my closest friends actually, and you know he was also saying he hasn't been the same yet. So we saw that in the game today. It wasn't really too involved. It wasn't able to get too much going. Some sloppy passes and things like that. And Napoli was also able to calm down Mane. Mane's fast as hell. We already know that. But he wasn't able to get anything crazy. I think the shot difference was like 14-4 in favor of Napoli. I think there was 3 shots on goal for Liverpool. But 3 of those weren't really dangerous to challenge Ospina in a crazy amount. There was maybe a 10-minute spell in the second half where Liverpool had some possession going up forward, but they weren't able to make too much out of it. But Napoli overall deserve to win this match. I mean, not even just being from a Napoli fan. I think that anyone, if you really look at the match, you know, Liverpool was nowhere near the sharpest, and Napoli really did well. Over, I think, 56% of possession of the ball for Napoli, 14 shots. I think 7 of them were on goal. And Allison's a great keeper. Out of those 7 shots, only maybe 2 or 3 really challenged him. The Milik shot in the first half was kind of central, but he still made the save. Napoli hit the post. He hit the crossbar actually late in the game, a couple minutes before the Insigne goal, after Mertens came into the game. I think it was Rui on the left-hand side who whipped in the ball, and Mertens is right there to literally beam it at home. I mean, just slam it home, but it hits off the crossbar and out. Clearly not a goal, comes rattling out. And then finally, a few minutes later, on the right side this time, Callejon is able to cross the ball across the face of goal. Insigne is there sliding to tap it in the 90th minute, and Napoli takes the 1-0 lead, 1-0 lead, and scores the goal and wins the game. And I think the goal was deserved. It was coming because, like I said, there was a lot of press, a lot of pressure going up front for Napoli. You know, they were really going all hands on deck trying to get the goal. Because let's face it, if you look at the standings of this group, if Napoli didn't win, they would have been sitting at 2 points, which wasn't the end of the world. But in reality, you know, it was virtually a must-win situation. It was do or die for Napoli because they tripped up in tying their first game to Red Star. And in a hard and tough, very tough environment in Serbia. But then PSG at home today comes and wins 6-1 against Red Star. And so PSG had 3 points. They played the earlier game today. And then Liverpool's already at 3. And so if Napoli drew, they'd be at 2, Liverpool at 4, PSG at 3. But if Napoli wins, they'd be at 4, and Liverpool and PSG would tie at 3. And things would be a lot better than being at 1 or 2 points in case Napoli had even lost today. But now Napoli sits in pole position. They're in first place. Like I said, guys, it's the second match. And, you know, this does not mean Napoli will ever top the group. It doesn't mean Napoli's qualifying from the group. But they had to win this home game against Liverpool. and they're going to have to beat PSG at home, and they're also probably going to have to get a result from one of these away games at Anfield and then in Paris, because the way this is going, it's going to be, close, because PSG is not going to just keep tying games. They showed today what they can do when Neymar scored a hat trick and blah 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 blah. So this was a very important win. I think the system at the back, it worked. Maksimovic played actually very well on that right side. They kind of did a 3-5-2, but at times it would go back to 4. We saw that Fabian Ruiz and Mario Rui would be kind of wing-backs with Koulibaly, Albiol, and Maksimovic. And I think Maksimovic was pretty solid, although sometimes his back passes scare me, but he was pretty solid, to be honest with you guys. In the first half, there was a lot of sloppy passes from, not a lot of sloppy passes, but not passes that should have been better in the final third, I'm trying to say. From Ruiz, from Mario Rui, from Callejon. Milik wasn't really able to get involved besides that one shot that Allison made the save on. Insigne, also, at first, I thought he had taken a great shot that was close, that dragged wide, but then on replay, I saw that he could either pass it to Milik or cross it over to Callejon on the other side. And there was another time where he shot from far distance that I thought he should have passed it. So in the first half, there were some opportunities, but not like in the second half. The second half, a lot more concrete. The chances were getting even more forward. Ruiz found himself at the top of the box and then kind of tripped up, and not even tripped up. A Liverpool defender, I think it was Gomez, if I'm not mistaken, made a great tackle and messed his, positioning up, and he wasn't able to even get a shot off. Then we hit the crossbar, and then we scored the goal. So, I mean, this exciting win, definitely a relief, and Ancelotti got it right. He made the correct subs because Mertens came in, Verdi came in, was immediately involved on the attack, getting forward whenever he could, splitting the play out wide to whoever's out wide, whether it be Insigne or Rui. And then finally Callejon makes that pass in the end of the game when it mattered the most. They needed that last attack. They needed to score that goal, and they got it in the 90th minute. So it was a hell of a match. Obviously, Liverpool can be a lot better than this, but it's still good to see that we were able to keep a clean sheet and go from there. And we'll see what happens in Paris, because we go to Paris next. I'm pretty sure we have to play PSG in France next. So we'll see what happens, though. Again, whoever's watching this video, thanks a lot for watching. Positive performance from the guys today. I'm really, really proud of them. Ancelotti, glad to have him as a manager, because so far he's rarely gotten tactics wrong, especially with making subs. He's done it right so far, and he's showing why he's successful in the Champions League. I mean, all over the place, because this is our first win of the Champions League this season. But even in Serie A, he's shown why he's a mastermind. I really do think the team is finally gelling together and really coming around him and really understanding his system. So, very glad to see. Again, Forza Napoli sempre. I freaking love this team. I literally could not feel my temples. Like, my head was about to explode when we scored the goal. So, we'll leave it at that. If you're watching still, subscribe, like this video as well. And I will see you guys next video whenever I can. Hopefully this weekend I can make a match review against Sassuolo, I believe it is. So, I'll see you guys later. Ciao.